All right, I have a brief report. I know Roxanne says I say that every month, but I have a lot of things on the list, but not much to say about any of them. So, the first thing, I don't have any answers about VDOT or the railroad crossing. I have contacted both of them. The only answer that I have from VDOT is that they have, and I think we already knew this, but what they did was in preparation for them to come back and put what they call a slurry coat on all of the roads down here. And what they did or previously was, I guess, building up the shoulders to hold that coat. And they couldn't even tell me when they were going to be back to do that. And the railroad crossing is still in the works, but it is not a definite day scheduled yet as to when it's going to happen. But they will notify us at least 2 weeks prior to the construction beginning down there.
They were working up there at the stop sign doing something today.
Painting. They were painting white lines and what have you. Roxanne, did they look at the water leak on Schoolhouse Hill?
No, I think it's the man.
Yes, they did, because they come by the house and asked me, and they said it was just runoff coming from across the road.
So they did address it. All right, while we're talking about roads and right-of-ways, the shrubs over here on Route 220 that have been put there, the crepe myrtles, they're overgrowing the size that can be there safely. And what I'd like to propose is that we move those shrubs from the line of vision on 220 and put an appropriate size shrub in there that's going to be easy to maintain and keep smaller. And I know that we obtained those shrubs through a grant from the foundation, but we're not going to discard them. We're going to use them. We're just going to move them and replace them with something more appropriate so people can see and don't get hit coming on the 220. And that'll be a motion that I ask for under new business. And while we're talking about Public Works, just putting this thought out there, we're probably going to have to start looking at a new lawnmower for them before next mowing season. This one has really lasted a lot longer than I anticipated it would, with as much grass as they're cutting and as much as they're going. It's really just a homeowner's model of a Cub Cadet riding mower. And toward the end of the season, we'll start looking at that a little bit more seriously. And if any of y'all have any ideas on that or how to proceed, certainly let me know. As I reported at the work session, we had a resident in town who was sick, hospitalized with Legionnaire's disease. Thought that the Legionnaire's disease came from contaminated water through our water system. Called the health department in Roanoke, who in turn called here and talked to ER. Do you want to report on that?
They said that they're 99% sure it would not be the town's drinking water source.
And you sent them copies of our current monthly testing and
Yeah, I gave them.
and all of that. We haven't heard any more, right? And also in conjunction with that and with the requirements, Joey's posted the report for our drinking water for the year
Yeah, I've made
on the
copies.
website.
Put copies out here on bulletin board too, for anybody that wants them.
So basically, the water's fine. It's not our water that caused the problem. At the river park, I mentioned at the work session, we've had some calls, I've had some calls about people, and Chris, I think you dealt with this one time, but this has happened since you were over there, getting over on an adjoining property owner's riverfront property. So what I'm gonna ask for tonight is permission to ask Greg Vess to go over there and in some way put a permanent marker where our boundary is down on what I call the beach of the river. And that way we can put a sign up that says, stay within these boundaries, one on each side.
Well, there's two up right now. When I was there the other day, there was two private property signs. I don't know if they're in the right spot or not, but there was two new signs
Right.
that have been erected over there, so.
Yeah, we didn't put them there. I assume the property owner on
I
the
guess.
sides of us did. But I'm gonna ask, Greg to go over there, and he surveyed it originally, and he knows the plat. And he told me, when I asked him about it, it wouldn't be any big deal for him to mark it. He just has to figure out how he can put something there permanently that the river won't take when it gets up. Sweet Magnolias, who provided all of the goodies for tonight's refreshments, is open, doing very well from what I understand. Their business has exceeded their expectations, and they are going to celebrate their grand opening on July the 10th at 11:30 in the morning. And I would like as many council people that can to be there. I'll be there. And any citizens that can be there, please come out and support them.
Repeat that date, please.
I'm sorry,
Repeat that date.
July the 10th.
Thank you.
We'd really like to see them make a go of it. It's another business in town. They've got lunch counter, they're doing sandwiches, they're doing breakfast, they're doing lunch specials and sandwiches. And I haven't eaten anything from there, but everybody I've talked to says the food is just really unbelievably good. And we need to make a point to try to get down there and support them and try it.
I had a piece of cake from there and it blew my mind.
11:30, Chuck.
I'm sorry.
Did you eat any of that?
11:30.
11:30. I thought it was 11, okay, I'm sorry.
I thought it was 11 too, but Teresa just corrected me and said 11:30.
That's good.
And we've talked about in the past the police equipment, and I've been trying to get more than one person to come look at it. I have not been successful with that, so I am going to share with you tonight the one proposal that I have. One person that was coming changed their mind, and then the other person that I've contacted has said twice that he was coming and not showed up. So, but Mike Mickey of Mickey's Gun Shop for Sporting Goods came down back actually the end of April and inventoried everything here that he has, and he's put a price on it. He has not put an individual price on them, but he has made an offer for a bulk purchase of the weapons. It's for all materials inventoried by myself on 42617. Firearms, ammunitions, duty belts, etc. And his offer is $2,510. This offer excludes the bicycle, which I would make an offer on, but have not researched that item yet. Additionally, the tub with the radios, an automobile radio, metal plates, I will also consider at a later date. And because he doesn't know whether they work or not. Now, I'm not saying that you should take any action on this tonight. I just wanted to make you aware of it because I've been talking about it, and I haven't really shared with anybody what he had said about it. I think we should probably try to get at least one more appraisal before any decision is made on that. So, any questions or comments about that?
Isn't that one rifle worth well over, or wasn't it about $1,000 or so?
I would say that
Pretty
it probably
ignorant
was.
weapons, but
But the sale of that rifle is restricted, as you know.
I don't know.
I don't know, Chris, you might know more about what that rifle was valued at when it was bought.
Is there anything as far as, maybe we could go through one day, I don't know if the sheriff would be interested in anything else or not, but possibly.
Well, if he is, we certainly wanna try to work with him.
Do dealers have to have a special license to,
Yes.
so that's why you're going through this other?
Yeah. It either has to go agency to agency or through a federally licensed firearm agent.
Gotcha.
We can't just sell them, we can't have an auction and sell them. They have to go through a federally licensed firearm agent if we sell them other, any
Well, I know
other.
we can, but so those places in Covington are not.
The one in Covington's who I've been trying to get to come down here.
Gotcha.
Howard, Howard,
Yeah.
I'll try to make a call, tomorrow,
Okay.
and maybe just be worth the drive to come down here. And we go, so it might be something we could use. I don't know what's back there. So,
I'll show
as
you.
far as
I'll
not,
make you a copy of this inventory.
as far as non-firearms though,
Yeah.
it might be something else we might could use.
Okay. All right, thank you, Chris. All right, I have a letter here from Beverly Kern. Please accept this as my resignation from the Zoning Appeals Board. I am no longer a resident of the town of Iron Gate. Thank you for the opportunity to serve. We'll have to put an ad in the paper. They will have an opening on the Board of Zoning Appeals, and we will be seeking out interested applicants to fill that position. If you can find one of the old ads, Roxanne, I think you can go by that. We need to schedule an employee committee meeting. When would be good for y'all on that? Randy, Richard?
Whatever.
Well, do you want to do it next Monday night?
Be fine.
What time?
Whatever.
Huh?
Whatever suits you.
What about you, Richard?
I'll have to check my schedule.
All right,
I know I'm working Monday, but I don't know what hour.
let's tentatively make it for 6 p.m. And
Third?
Yeah. And if you need to change it, Richard, call me, okay?
Okay.
What time?
6. And then how about Parks and Recreation is next Thursday night at 7 here at Town Hall. That work for you?
It's Thursday.
Just a day that I know that I'm free.
Okay. Are we the only two on that committee now?
No, you are, is that work, does Thursday work for you?
And,
And Ann, and Ronnie, and
okay,
who else have volunteered?
Me.
cool.
Does that work for you too?
Yeah, or if I know.